One of the bigger mistakes that I made as an insurance broker when I first got started was I tried to hide behind this corporate name and I tried to build a brand where I wasn't the front and center of it. I wasn't the face of it. There was just this corporation as the face of it. And I didn't get a lot of business at first, but when I finally started to lean into myself as the personal brand, that's when business exploded. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys step by step how to build a personal brand where you are the front and center of it. You're the face of it that will actually be able to attract massive amounts of clients at scale. What is up, guys? For those of you new to the channel, my name is Philip Setter, and I've been in the insurance industry for over 10 years now, and I've been able to scale my own insurance brokerage to 6 figures and beyond 100% online using social media and digital marketing. If you guys want to do the same thing in your business, I recorded a 2-hour totally free masterclass where I teach you exactly what I did step by step. If you guys want access to that, just comment masterclass below and I'll send it to you. But without further ado, let's just get right into this video. So if you've been in the insurance industry for any amount of time, you've probably seen these posts from other financial advisors and other insurance brokers. And I see every advisor doing it wrong. And I used to do it wrong as well, where you see they're just making posts with like a generic family that they found on like a stock photo, like a husband and a wife and like a kid in a park walking along doing like a picnic or something like that. And it'll be like the importance of life insurance. And you can tell they just like ripped off this stock image from like some website or something like that. I see it all the time, where people are trying to hide behind a corporate name, like I said, or just stock photos, or they're trying to build a brand where they're not front and center. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, that is the biggest mistake that I made in my business. And if you're doing it right now, that is one of the biggest mistakes that you're making. The reason why is there's nothing special about what we do. For like financial advisors, insurance brokers, investment professionals, we all have access to the exact same products. So why would anyone pick you over me, over another guy, like any of the people in Canada, the United States? The entire reason is us, like me, Philip Setter, or you, the viewer that is watching this, and it's your personal brand, how you put yourself forward, and do your clients, know, like, and trust you. And they don't get that know, like, and trust factor and build a relationship with you by looking at like stock photos of a husband and wife having a picnic with their child with like some get life insurance now. That is not how you build a personal brand. So if you've been doing that in your business, I'm telling you right now, full stop. You need to stop posting all of that content and you need to start to put yourself forward, your photos, your pictures, your voice, your opinion, your expertise, different things, your color schemes. We're going to get into all of this here as we move forward, but you need to put you forward because at the end of the day, that's all it is. People are doing business with you. They're not doing business with some corporation or some nameless, faceless organization. It is you as the individual. So that's the first thing we need to get out of the way is the importance of a personal brand. Now, before we actually get into the screen share, and we're going to go through this entire screen share, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to build this using ChatGPT and other pieces of software. I'm just going to read through my list here and just give you guys a rough outline of what makes a strong personal brand. So number one is your personal story. If you have some type of personal story that you can connect with life insurance. One of the reasons that you got started in the financial services industry. Like me, for example, 5 years ago, I unfortunately lost a partner in the mountains. We were climbing, we had an accident. And at the time, obviously it was super devastating. I didn't work in the mountain sports market. I'll call it, the mountain sports life insurance market. But then all of a sudden, I totally branded myself as the mountain sports life insurance guy. And I did so because there was a strong reason for me to now start to serve that market. I saw how hard it was for those individuals. One, because I was one of those individuals, but I saw how difficult it was to get life insurance and how many people didn't have life insurance, including my partner that passed away, who left behind, unfortunately, a family. And I saw how difficult it was, and I started to work in that industry, in that market, not industry, because I had a strong personal story. I wanted to help other people so they wouldn't be in the situation that, unfortunately, my partner and his family were in after that accident. So if you can tie some type of strong personal story into your brand, it'll make it that much better. A couple other things here. We'll just go down the list. So opinions and disagreements. Blindly agreeing to everything that you see or every post or everything that a carrier tells you is not going to create a brand. But if you go on to whatever social media platform you're on, like LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, whatever it is, doesn't matter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and instead of just blindly agreeing with everything, if you actually have real opinions and you disagree with some things in the industry, then you will start to be recognized and known as someone, hey, this guy actually has opinions. He's not just like, a generic order taker that agrees with everything. So start to have some opinions in this industry. A couple other things here. So expertise, obviously, like testimonials, wins, if you can pull those from your clients and put those in your different personal branded packages. And then the last 4 here, your face. Like, it's kind of funny that I have to say this, but I see it like so much where people avoid, getting headshots and putting their face on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. And again, they like cover it up and they try to create all these brands that are built around, a company name or a corporate name where they have nothing to do with their face. Listen, again, we're a commodity. There's nothing special about you or me or anyone else besides us individually. Like, you don't have any better products than I do. So if you're trying to build a faceless company, you're now competing with actual faceless companies like RBC or Empire or massive billion-dollar companies or huge brokerages, and you'll never win as an independent advisor. You need to brand yourself as you. That's the only way you're going to put yourself forward and actually win. And putting your face out there is one of the ways to do it. Color schemes as well, strong color schemes so people can recognize you. Of course, we have green for myself. Unique market and value proposition, I'm going to get into that. And your strengths and values. If you can tie all that together, you can create a strong personal brand. But that is the basics right there. Let's jump right into actually how you do this now. Okay, let's go ahead and actually just get started now into building your personal brand. So all of these ChatGPT prompts, by the way, this is part of a larger prompt library that I built for the Social Media Mastery for Financial Advisors, which is a curriculum that I offer to insurance brokers and financial advisors to help them be able to scale online using, again, of course, social media and digital marketing. So I have all of these prompts right here that I built out, on this course for this worksheet. However, I will give you guys this worksheet, just the ChatGPT prompts, not the entire worksheet, obviously. But if you want these exact ChatGPT prompts, just comment prompts below, and I will send you that. No problem. But let's actually get started. So basically, there is 5 different things that we need to do to build out your personal brand. Step number 1 is going to be building your niche. Step number 2 is building your personal brand. Step number 3 is the brand template, building out that brand template that you can give to contractors and designers so they can see exactly who you are, what you serve, your color schemes, your logos, your fonts, everything like that. Number 4, we're going to get some headshots. We're going to put some color backgrounds on the back of the headshot. And number 5, we're going to update all of our bios to match exactly who we serve and how we serve them. So step number 1 is this blue ocean prompt. So this is how to identify your specific niche that you want to work with. So here's the thing. Everyone tells you this all the time. Like, I'm not the first person to tell you that you should try and approach one target or some target market. A lot of people get scared when they go into a target market. They think that like they're going to, close themselves off from everyone else out there in the world. They're only serving this market. That's not the case. For anyone that knows me, I'm a rock climber, ice climber, backcountry skier, etc., alpine climber, and I've branded myself as the mountain sports life insurance guy. However, I still serve business owners. I still serve the general family market. I still get hundreds of clients every year on those different markets. So you are not excluding yourself from those other markets. They are seeing you still, as, oh, this guy really knows what he's talking about. Even if you have a lot of branding for one specific target market, they're still going to find you and want to work with you. So I'm not going to go through this blue ocean prompt right here. I have another video where all I did was this blue ocean prompt and came up with some different ideas. For the purpose of this video, we're actually going to do a little fun thing here. So, I always say I'm the mountain sports life insurance guy. I talk about like different ways to brand yourself. Let's go at this from the angle of someone that loves to cook, okay? You are like a super foodie. You love to cook. You're always in the kitchen, and you just want to serve like other foodies, and people that are interested in food. So that is how we're gonna start this here. So once you actually go through this blue ocean prompt, which again we're not gonna do, I made another video on that. Just look up blue ocean on my channel, and you can find it. Then we're gonna go to this personal branding builder prompt. This is where we actually start to get all the core values, unique strengths, personal brand statement, colors and design, etc. So let's just go ahead and copy this whole thing here and go here. Okay, pretty easy. Let's go to ChatGPT and let's go here. So I am an insurance broker who serves the Calgary market. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put in here, I've already identified my niche or unique position in, and I'll actually put which is going to be something like the financial chef. I love food and want to serve foodies. Maybe something like I love cooking, cooking and want to build that into my marketing and personal brand. Okay, here we go. And okay, let's just make sure we have everything else here. Unique strengths. Yep. Okay. Use this template as a guide. Okay. All right, cool. And let's just go ahead and press enter. Okay, there we go. You're leaning into a food-centric angle, which is great. We need to ground it in substance so it feels like a real professional identity, not a gimmick. Great. Core values. Before I throw suggestions at you, we're going to guide you through this. So I'm not going to go through this entire prompt here, but you can see now we start to actually build out the different fundamentals that we need for our personal brand. So you can see what principles guide you when you give advice. For me personally, I would say like I have a high degree of ethics. I have a high moral compass. I've lost many, many sales. And I shouldn't say lost them, but I've turned them down because I just said, no, this isn't right for you. One of the things that I've done, and this is just, like a personal opinion thing, whether you agree with it or not, I did a lot of videos on my channel about infinite banking and, whole life insurance, and where I don't think it's necessarily the best fit for people who haven't maxed out their RSP or their TFSA. But that doesn't stop people from reaching out. And routinely, I would get people, that would reach out and they would say, hey, I watched your infinite banking video. I want to start investing, $500 a month into this, which is like, $6,000 a year, which is not huge, but it's definitely, not small. That's a decent sized commission. And I would dig into this situation. I was like, okay, and they want it. Like, they're like, I want this policy. Give me this policy. And I would just say, hey, okay, let's talk about like, how's your registered accounts? How's your TFSA? How's your RSP? And they would just be like, oh, I haven't done any of that. I'm like, okay, what's your debt situation? Yeah, I have a little bit of debt. I'm like, okay, we're not doing this. So definitely that's one of the things that is one of the principles that guide me. So go through this, copy this from the prompt, like comment prompt below, get these prompts, work through this here, and start to build out your personal brand statement. We have all that. Okay, brand voice, approachable, warm. We get some content strategies there, some testimonials. If you can copy some testimonials in there. Go through this prompt, and it's going to give you everything that you need to start to build out your personal brand. I'm going to show you my personal brand that I have, my branding kit. This is just a little template that I have in Canva. If you want this branding kit template, just comment below branding kit template, and I will send this to you. But you don't necessarily need this. I mean, this is obviously where you're just going to copy and paste all these things. It just puts this in a nice, organized place so you can send this to all of the people that you're working with. So like contractors and different video editors and different graphic designers and everyone that you work with that's helping you build your company and your business from a social media point of view and websites and landing pages and all these things. This is the fundamental template. This is your branding kit that you share with all of them so they actually understand your vision, and you're not getting all this, disjointed content where your Facebook looks like one thing, your Instagram is totally different, your website's totally different, and nothing looks the same. You want to have some consistency across the board from all of your different social media platforms and websites and everything like that. But I'll show you what this looks like. So this is the main color scheme that I chose here, this slate green. I really like it. The second page is just our core values and mission statement. I have a nice headshot there. And then you can see from this background, I took that slate green, and I just put a little bit of a gradient on it. That's relatively easy. And I have my mission statement here. So I help advisors sell online, scale their business, and live life on their terms. If we go forward, the next one is just core values, unique strengths, passions, and lifestyle, and your personal brand statement. Great. The next one is just some brand inspiration. You want to let people obviously know and categorize all the different pieces of branding and different inspiration that you have so they can start to come up with an idea when you share this. Oh, okay, that's what this guy, or girl likes to see in his different, platforms or social media, whatever it is they're doing. Another thing, obviously, you want to put your logo in here, explain a little bit of your logo. So this is for the Advisor Institute. The next page is your brand color palette. So this just puts my two different colors. I have the slate green as well as this orange here. And so, I mean, this is really easy to do. I'll give you guys just a little bit of a story right now. I'm in the process of switching video editors, and I went and I made like an order, on these different sites. So Upwork and Fiverr and a few other ones, Facebook Market or Facebook groups, And I reached out to, I think, like maybe 8 different video editors, and I sent them all this brand kit. It was super easy. It was like, here you go, here's my brand kit. And every single one of them, for the most part, used this slate green and this orange, and they understood, exactly what I was looking for. And obviously the one that I went with understood it, the best. And that was really easy. I mean, I had this personal branding kit. I just sent it off to them. They understood. I didn't have to explain to every single person, okay, here's my color, here's my format, here's what I'm going for, here's what I'm looking for. They already knew what I was looking for because I have this kit. And now I can very easily put myself forward with this personal branding in mind. The last few things here is typography. So choose some fonts. Again, that ChatGPT prompt will walk you through that. So I have Matermo and Open Sans. Last thing here is just your branding style. So these little things, on mine you can move, but you could also just write this out in a document. For myself, I would say I'm a lot more casual, a lot more warm. I don't think I'm that formal or cold. A little bit more progressive, more accessible than serious. Again, very casual, less corporate. And I try to make things as simple, but I would say kind of in the middle. I try and gravitate more towards the simple than overly complex, but I'm definitely not incredibly simple. So I know I could probably do a better job of making some things simple. But other than that, and then just some pattern designs, if you have those, I have a few different little pattern designs that I have. But this is the branding kit that you want to build out, whether you use the template, that I have available, just comment branding kit template below and I'll send it to you, or you build your own. This is step number 2. So you did the ChatGPT prompt. Now you built out your kit. Now you can share this across the board. After this, you're going to want to make friends with a photographer or hire a photographer or get your partner that has a good camera to go and take some good photos of you. And then one of the best ways for personal branding, if we go back to this, get yourself a nice headshot and then put this gradient behind it. So everyone can see that the color scheme. Colors, they're very easily recognizable. If you just have a headshot up, there's nothing wrong with that necessarily. But if you have a headshot with a color, all of a sudden it's just way easier for people to recognize you and see, oh yeah, that's right, that's Jonathan. He's got, the yellow color, for example, super bright, orange, approachable, really easy to recognize. People can associate and recognize that a lot more quickly if you have a color associated with you than just a face and a name. So I would recommend picking a color and putting that behind. It just looks way better. I obviously hired someone to do this for me, but let me go over here. This is pfpmaker.com. I guess you guys can't actually see the URL, but this is a website that you can go to. I haven't used it personally, but I just looked into it and a bunch of friends have used it. It's super easy. All you have to do is upload your profile picture, and then you can put a background behind it, like a gradient background, or just like a solid color. So if you can't hire someone or you're not good with, like Canva or graphic design or anything like that, this website will do it all for you. Super easy. So do that. So once you have then your personal brand, you have all those other things. The last thing that you want to do is you want to build out your bios for all of your different social media platforms. So if we go through here, you can see I have a Facebook prompt, I have an Instagram prompt, TikTok, LinkedIn, Google My Business, etc. We're not going to go through all of these here. That's all in this prompt library that I have. But you want to get your bio and have it consistent across the board of who you serve, how you serve them, and what is the next step. You don't want to have your Facebook say something different than your Instagram or your TikTok or your LinkedIn. You want to have congruency and omnipresence across the board. So just to give you guys a little example, here's this new YouTube channel that I've just launched, obviously, with my personal branding. So you can see, here's my headshot, slate green. Here's this little banner, pardon me. I help advisors sell online, scale their business, and live life on their terms. So each one of them, you can slightly change a little bit based upon, what the format is, but you want to have it generally say the same thing, okay? So you can see here, this is a little bit longer of a description, but it still says, help an advisor sell online, scale their business, and live life on their terms. That's the YouTube channel. If we go to my Instagram page, you can see it's a little bit shorter just because the bio in Instagram just naturally is a little bit shorter, but you can see Generally the exact same thing. I help advisors sell online with Social Plus systems, built six-figure biz, 100% online, broker, SaaS founder, mentor, free training. If we go to my Facebook page is the same. I help insurance advisors modernize their business with digital marketing, social media, and systems so they can scale smarter and live life on their terms. Generally the exact same thing, just slightly different. Same headshot, same banner, etc. We go to my LinkedIn, it's the exact same thing. Licensed insurance broker, software builder, advisor focused, same banner. So we have congruency across the board. Everything looks the same. No matter where people find me, it's exactly the same. They know exactly what they are getting. And that is now how you build a strong personal brand that actually can attract clients at scale. So I would encourage you to actually go through that process, comment below, get the prompts, go through ChatGPT, build out that personal brand, and start to build some congruency and some consistency across all your different social media platforms. But now that you have an understanding of a personal brand, we need to start marketing our personal brand. So click here to watch a video where I talk exactly how you can use content marketing and video content marketing to drive traffic to your offering. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys have any questions, comments, just drop them below. And as always, if you guys are enjoying this content, all I ask is give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.